Hello friends, welcome to my channel HadoopForum. So today's topic is Hive installation and we will see flavors of Hive and what is the importance of Hive and how we will install in the system. So first of all, I am very sorry, after a long time I am making videos. So we'll try to make all the ecosystem components over the Hive. So let's start. So for the Hive, first of all, if you are familiar with the the Hadoop installation, so watch my previous videos and you will get all the information what is the Hadoop and how we can install in the single node, multi-node, cloud, EMR, and I have gone through all these cases for the Hadoop. So hope this is very nice for the learning and working with the projects. Okay, so for the Hive, so I always say, like always, if you want to have a knowledge, then you must follow the official website of any component, right? So in the same case, this is the site. Whatever you want to learn through the Hive, for the Hive, you can just follow the official documentation. So for prerequisite of the Hadoop Hive part, I've just written here. So prerequisite is the Java 8 must be installed and Hadoop must be running. So these already captured in my previous videos, just watch it. Now next is, for the Hive we need a RDBMS for the metadata information, and then we will install the Hive. So let's start for the first Postgres. So this is my cloud account and I have already installed on this EC2 machine. So let's start it. Meanwhile, once it's loading, we will go with the version Hive 3.1.2. you can see it, and this is the site where you can download. And Hadoop, we are using here the 2.x, so I have taken 2.10, right? Although you can go with the 3.x version. So in the current scenario, as per my understanding, no cloud is using Hadoop 3.x. Might be I haven't checked in the recent couple of weeks, but I'm sure that CDP is using the 3.x Hadoop and all the 3.x, Spark 3.x and Hive 3.x. So anyhow, we will go with the mixture of the release. So in the EC2, we are going to use the Hadoop 2.x and Hive 3.1.2. I am just choosing because I have tested in my local system and that is installed in my local system. So that's why I am not going to in my local system. I will use the EC2 machine. So now this is my EC2 machine and action. So instance state and start the instances. So bit the network is slow. So okay, so this is the path of our today the lesson, the Hive lesson. So first we will install the Postgres. Although you can choose any database, any RDBMS, Oracle or MySQL or any RDBMS you want to choose, and you can install it. So Postgres I am using in this case, and we will create the database Hive Metastore. So you can choose any name, right? and in the EC2 machine we will download the Hive and then extract the tar. Okay, it's a bit late while loading the instance. Okay, so now I got the IP address, so we will copy this one and we'll connect, because my machine is Ubuntu. So if you are using the Windows machine, then you can use accordingly. So I will just make it bigger font. Okay. So SSH hyphen I and we don't have a training.pem. Okay, so we can take from the AWS. So this is my training.pem file. So for the Windows you can use it ppk. I already stated in my previous videos, and the pem file for the Linux or Ubuntu. So I'm just keeping in the home directory here, and make sure this has a 400 permission. So just do ls minus ltr. So this is something different permission, so just do it change chmod 400 training.pem. so perfect. So your training.pem and ubuntu @ and my public IP. Okay, so friends, this is connected now. Just do it clear. Okay, so ls. So now I have already installed here Hadoop. Let me switch the okay. Okay, so ls rm just remove the tar file. Okay, now we're starting Hadoop. Let's check. So go with the first IAM role because we need the 2 ports for the Hadoop. So we should bypass through the security. Just type here JPS. So it's perfect. So we can see it, all these daemons are running. Okay. Now go with the IAM role. Or better it to go with the security here. So this is my security group. So just do the edit the inbound rules, and I am putting here the first that is 50070. This is for our Hadoop name node information. So save rule, and one more, that is for the yarn. So just add it. And just do it 8088. For now, for training, for this session, I'm just keeping all the ports open, so we can test it now in my console. So I have just bypassed these 2 ports that is required for the Hadoop. So that is the 50070 and 8088. So let's go with this IP. And just copy, keep it here. So HTTP, and just do the IP, and 50070, and another is we will check for the yarn part. Okay, so that is our 8088. For Apache Hadoop, it's a 8088. So check one by one whether it's working or not. And check another one also, that is 8088. So that is for yarn. Okay, meanwhile we will go with the download of the Hive. So first wget and this version. So just do it on the console. So paste. So I think wrong I have copied. So just go on the Hive and click this one. Okay, so now we have this one, this tar file. So copy the link address, and so this link is wrong. This in place of this could be up. Okay, so just do the wget enter. Yeah, so it has just started now. Yeah, so meanwhile some network slowness today, but you can see it, so it's working. So the same, the name node information. So anyhow, what I mean to say here, my Hadoop is working, and this is single node installation for this EC2 machine. So I have kept here the configuration of this machine as a 4 core and 8 GB RAM. The same way you can keep it in your machine, but at least it should be 4 GB RAM, sorry, 8 GB RAM, and at least 2 core or 3 core or 4 core. So that is for the better performance, because anyhow once you are in the Hadoop ecosystem, so it will start from the Hadoop, and then after you will add more and more components, right? So first Hadoop, then Hive, then Spark, and many more. So better it to keep the 8 core and at least 32 GB RAM, so that you can see entire pipeline. So for any project in the Hadoop, you could have at least 20 components. You can imagine it. All should be installed, or rather, you can use it on the Docker side. Okay, so let's check the status if it is downloaded. Yeah, so it's downloaded. ls. Now extract it tar minus xzvf and Apache Hadoop Hive, sorry. Okay, ls, just keep it some short name. Okay, so that is fine. So we have downloaded now, one step is completed. Now we will install the Postgres. So you can follow any site. This is not a very hectic task. Even if you have installed the Docker, you can go with the Docker too. So choice is yours. These are the steps. So we will follow this one, this side. Oh, this is disconnected, I think. Okay. Yeah. Now second step is sudo apt install Postgres, this one, copy. Yes. And third step is this one, sudo system controller start Postgres service. So after installation we can check it, and the simple thing is we have to create a database here. Paste. So we can see the service whether it is running or not. So sudo systemctl status and Postgres. So rather you can just hear the status command. So it's running, you can see it, it's a green and active. So we are done with the Postgres. Now we will connect the Postgres. Okay, so this is the command. Although you can go with the pgcli command, there are so many GUI and so many clients, you will find it. So let's start. Yeah, this one, PSQL localhost, and this one. So what is the password for by default? only PSQL. Okay, let me complete this one. Yeah, so this is connected, but one problem here is actually anyhow we need the password for the Postgres user. Okay, so we have to change it, otherwise we won't be able to connect into the Hive. So by default it's working because this is working as a sudo. So how to change the password? Okay, let me check. So alter username, and guys, these are the different topics that is from the RDBMS. So alter username is Postgres, and with password just keep it the same name, Postgres. Alter word. So just check it one more time. Okay, so I would like to test from my command. So that is the PSQL -h localhost, and this is W, up to W. So just check it, and if I give, it should connect. Yeah, so perfect. So now it's working. Okay, so just make a create a database here. Okay, let me open my Postgres SQL commands. So this is Postgres, and this is our okay, so create a database, only the simple one. So, yeah, sorry, I've written already here. Okay, so that's all. So that is done with the Postgres. There is nothing more to do here. So now come to the Hive. So now I have a document, so very quickly we will complete it. So everything is ready for now. So these documents already I will upload in the GitHub account, that is description that is written in the this video. You can see it and you can get it download. So these are the steps I have made it. So first of all, the bash rc file, so where it is installed. So let's come with the bash rc file. Control D. Okay, ls. Now if you go on the root folder, home folder, then just type cd and enter. So vi dot bash rc. So you can see a lot of commands you will find that is for the related with the Java. So that already I described in the previous videos. So now we will add the Hive, the path, class path. Okay. So if I see the path, so that is Hive 3.1.2, because we have downloaded and we just get renamed with the Hive 3.1.2. So just copy and paste. Okay, that's it. Okay, so now go to the cd and Hive ls. You will find the configuration directory. So conf ls, and now the XML file you will find here, that is the just a minute. So this is Hive default XML file. We will rename it with the hive site.xml. Okay, so cp and paste. Just remove it the template part and Hive, just keep it default. And guys, these are so important file, because once you will land into the Spark, this Hive site.xml is required. So if you want to work with the Spark SQL, this is the, you can say, like a gateway. So Hive site.xml you have to put into the Spark library, so that it can connect. Otherwise it won't work. If you haven't configured Hive site.xml, then it's not possible to work with the Spark SQL. So you can say like a Hive is a gateway for the Spark SQL. So this is also for the next video. This is prerequisite for the next video. So be careful, and we will see the configuration of this Hive site.xml. This is one of the complex configuration in the Hadoop ecosystem. Okay, so ls. Now vi hive site.xml. Okay, so we'll go with the, so now the configuration we have set it here, and okay, so this is very important, because by default the configuration they use, you can say JDBC. So Derby by default he uses by default, and we will change the Derby with the our configuration. So we will go at the last, and before the property we will add our configuration. So there are 4-step configuration, you can see it. So first is the Postgres. Okay, Hive Metastore we have already created, and organizational Postgres driver, JDBC driver, and the user Postgres and the password Postgres. So just copy these 4 lines and paste there. Now, so wherever you will find the JDBC that is related with the the Derby, you should block it, or you should comment it. So just type, search for Derby. Okay, next. So you can see it, the derby part. So we can just block this one. Okay. Okay. Now go to the next command. So already we made the Hive metastore.db, and one more thing that is we required, that is the Postgres jar file. Okay, so we will do it. Now we'll go with the Hive site.xml. So first is the Hive metastore warehouse directory. Okay. So this is, yeah, so you can see it, user Hive warehouse. Okay, user Hive warehouse. So this is perfect fine. Okay, the second is we have already done, that is our the JDBC part. Now wherever you find this one in the file, operation logs or something, or the dollar system java in, okay, just replace with the so we have to create the temp folder under the Hive, and then we can keep it these things there. So system, we have to find it like this one, this temp directory kind of. So first go outside, okay, cd dot and just mkdir, just make a temp folder, just check any logs folder are there. So we don't have logs too, so just make mkdir logs. Okay, cd conf vi hive site.xml. Okay, let's search for the tmpdir. So you can see it here, the Hive query log location. So we will replace with the actual folder. Okay, so the actual folder in my case would be temp folder. So in this case I would have home and Ubuntu. Temp, and keep it the only the temp folder, that's all. It will create automatically. So home, Ubuntu, Hive, and this one. So for now you can remove it, or if you are using for the real environment like Dev and you can just keep it the commented and keep your line there. So I'm just removing this one. Perfect. Now tmp dir. So wherever you find the curly braces, 2 or 3 places, you can see it here again, the Hive server 2 and this location. So again we will do the same things. Ideally it is configured by the some properties file, but here just for tutorial purpose you can keep it in the properties file. Ideally, if you work with the HDP or CDP or Cloudera, they generally do like this. So that is controlled by the configuration. But here, I mean, just we are checking how we can configure the Hive. Okay, the 2 places, and now third tmp dir. So again a scratch directory. So one this place. So 2 or 3 places you will find it. And the previous line, because if you want to remove, you can remove it, because although we have a backup copy there, temp directory, the template. So we have a template there, so it's okay. Paste. Okay. One more time, tmp dir. Anything is remaining. So download resource. Okay, we'll see if gives a error, then we can change it, otherwise no required. So mainly a scratch directory is required, and download resource. So we have changed 3 locations, right? Only this location is pending. So download resource. Okay, so let's change it to, because this video is going to be longer. A and paste. Okay, perfect. So now we are done with the Hive site configuration file, Hive site.xml. Let's check one more time. Next. So we are done. So JDBC properties we have done. So one more time we can search for the Derby. I don't want any Derby content here. So my Hive root metadb. So here is the MySQL. You can change with the Postgres. Okay. Hive meta store db type. So this is also your Postgres. Okay. So we have already commented this one, this property, right? And this is XML, so sensitive, so be careful while commenting, and the tags should be matched from starting to end. So just comment this one also. Okay, now Derby. So next, this is okay. So just check for wherever it is Derby is there. So we have already changed here. So now we are done with the hive site.xml. Okay, that's good. Now if Hadoop is running, then we have to create some directory. So just copy, or you can directly do here. Okay, so just do it here, because I already set it the class path, and we can see it here too. So if this is all okay, we'll check it out why it's not working, although yarn is working, so it's okay. Okay, the second phase is we are going to create the, and we can test it here from Hadoop fs or dfs -ls and list. Sorry. So you can check it what are there. So nothing, so it's a blank. So temp we have created, and we have to create it this one too. Okay, so directly it will not work, so we will go with one by one. So first user. Okay, so it will not work as a the normal directory structure we make it, so we will go with one by one. So now next is Hive, and third is the warehouse. Now we can check it, Hadoop fs -ls, you can check it. So yeah, so we are done here. Now the next is we'll give the group permission. Okay, so better it to just copy paste, it will work. And don't forget to set the class path of HadoopForum, HiveForum, whatever the components you are doing, because there is no need to go with the respective folder, rather you can work from any location. Okay, and the next is this one. So we are done with the Hive configuration. So only one thing is remaining, that is our Postgres jar file. Okay, so we have a 42.3, that is well tested. So 42.3.5 jar. Okay, let me, I think that is in the home. So yeah, here. So just go with the terminal and use scp -i and training.pem Postgres and ubuntu @ and what is the IP? 314. colon and just mark the home. Perfect. So now, I mean, this way we can do. So there are a lot of ways we can get it this jar file. First, you can use the wget, right? Second, if you can download in your local machine and then do the SCP. So let me check whether it reached here or not. So we can go with cd enter ls. Perfect. You can see Postgres jar ls -ltr. So this is a perfect one. Okay, just remove Apache Hive tar. Now place this jar into the Hive library. So cp postgres jar to Hive leave. Okay, and that's all. So now we are done with the Hive. Already Hadoop is working. Okay, and let's type. So once we will go with again this our documentation, and one more thing we'll capture. Okay, so let's start Hive, whether it is working or not. So what is that? Some error is coming. So expansion character 96 lines, we have done something wrong, right? Illegal character. Okay, so the line number is 96. Okay, so cd, and the benefit of you know setting the class path, so we can use it here, dollar and hiv Hive home. You can see it will go directly on this one. So cd conf and yeah, vi hive site.xml. So what was the line number? 96. Okay, let's check it. Control G. So go to the home and 96. So where is the special character? This is very big file, so very hectic. Rather, okay, let's check for the ampersand. I think ampersand. Yeah, you can see it. So I think this less than and greater than, no. Yeah, this one I think creating a problem. So we can see it 46 line, 55 line, 76 line, 8 line, 51 line. So less than greater than is okay, 104 is okay. So less than greater than, yeah, so I think ampersand and this part ampersand. So anyhow, this is the description, so we can just remove it. We can see it later. And ampersand. So less than greater than is okay. Next, yeah, so this is again in the description section, so we can remove it for now. And here is also one more item, so might be it's creating problem. Based on my previous experience, I can say you this is just because so less than greater than is okay, greater than, yeah, this is one more. So less than greater than, yeah, so that's all. Okay, now let's start Hive. Wow, so now you can see we can have a Hive console here. So we will test with some the data importing here. So here the this is similar kind of the MySQL, so you can use it here. So databases, and the same thing you can see it in the yarn. So there must be some session is initiated for the Hive. No. So this is the Hive part, and this is installed now, but it's giving, I think, some error. Unable to instantiate the Apache Hadoop Hive QL metadata session Hive metastore client. Okay. So there is so 2 or 3 standard errors you will get it while installing. So better it to just use the one part is what was that, a schema tool. A schema tool. So Hive instance, whenever you will get the instantiation error, Hive unable to instantiate, so just try to this one. So if you are using the MySQL, then the command would be this one. If you are using the Postgres, then a schema tool, you can use it here. So copy and just come out from the Hive and type here, paste. So you can see it, the schema tool completed, and initialization script completed. Okay. So now again we will do with the Hive. Okay, and try to create quickly one table. So let's create this table. I've already kept here. So everything I captured here, and now you can see the Hive. So we will create a simple table here, imply. Okay, and the format is this, like. So you can see it. So tables, so imply table, you can see it here, imply. Okay, and what is this about row format eliminated, failed, terminated by? So this will capture in the another video, but this video is only dedicated with how to install Hive and how it works with the Hadoop, what are the configuration. And second, we will try to insert some data here in the imply table. So that's why we need this imply table data here. So we have a the implied text here, you can see it, open it. I've just kept it simple, you can see it, some ID, name, and the description as per the table, and we will upload into the Hive. So for this again we have to keep the scp command. So scp, this time this would be not the jar file, this would be the our imply.txt. So emp.txt. Okay, and this still means on the root I am just going to keep it. So just close it, this is already gone there. Okay, I'm not going to change this prompt, so directly I will go with this context. So load data local path, home, and what is the path? So home and ubuntu, sorry. So in the cloud EC2 machine we have a path, this path. Okay, so overwrite into temp, this should be command you have to fire from the Hive prompt. Go to the Hive, so paste, enter, loading data into, so just take it, select, count a star from emp. So there would be map reduce job will start, you can see it, and the same thing you can see it here in the yarn, you can see it, yeah. So already line up of your map reduce job. Okay, so this is done, and the same thing you can go with all the configuration. So in the Hive section, yeah, so 12 records. So if you can just compare with my records here, imply, so this is 12 record, you can see it. So that's perfect. So that is all about the Hive installation and how it works with the Hadoop. So I think, and give the comments if you find not relevant, and thank you all for watching my video.